All right, let's talk about something that happens to, well, almost all of us in a long term relationship, but we rarely talk about it out loud. What do you do when that spark, that excitement, just starts to feel a little dim? It's this quiet thing, but man, on the inside, it can feel deafening. So let's just dive right in with a question that might feel a little scary. Have you ever actually worked up the nerve to ask your partner this point blank? If just the thought of hearing their answer makes your stomach clench, then you're in the right place. Stick with me, because what we're about to go through could be exactly what you need to hear. Most relationships don't end in some big dramatic explosion. They just fade. And it usually starts right here. You suddenly realize your conversations are all about logistics. Who's picking up the kids? What's for dinner? Did you pay that bill? But not really about you. And then this starts to happen. Those little rituals, the inside jokes, the stuff that used to be your thing, they lose their shine. They just become another part of the wallpaper of your life instead of these little pockets of joy. And this is the feeling that really cuts deep, right? That sense of being lonely even when you're sitting on the same couch. You're physically there, but emotionally, you might as well be on different planets. And that's when that little dangerous thought starts to creep in. Are we missing something? But here is the most important mindset shift we have to make. The love probably isn't gone. It's just that the excitement stopped being an active project. We kind of sit around and wait for it to just happen to us. But the truth is, excitement isn't found. It's built. You have to build it. So why does it fade in the first place? Well, let's get into the science a little bit because the good news is it is a totally natural process. This is not some personal failure on your part. It's brain chemistry. Think about the honeymoon phase. Why does it feel so amazing? Because your brain is getting this constant, powerful hit of dopamine from all the newness. The novelty, the uncertainty of, do they like me back? The thrill of discovering this whole new person. It's literally like a drug. But over time, there's a trade-off. That high-thrill, high-risk adventure, it evolves into something safe and predictable. And once your brain figures that out, it kind of dials down the intensity. It basically says, okay, we're secure here. No more alarm bells needed. The thrill is gone because the risk is gone. And this is absolutely key. That shift to predictability isn't the problem. It's a normal, healthy part of building a lasting bond. The real problem is that no one ever teaches us how to navigate this new comfortable phase. So we mistake comfort for a lack of love. So let's talk about what the real problem is. Because once you can name it, you can start to fix it. And I'm telling you, it's probably not what you think it is. Usually when we feel that comfort turning into boredom, we make one of two big mistakes. We either just sit back and wait for that old feeling to magically reappear, which, spoiler, it won't, or we start pointing fingers. We say things like, you've changed, which is really just code for, you're not making me feel excited anymore. And that just pushes them further away. I want you to really let this quote sink in. This is everything. The root of disconnection isn't a lack of love. It's that you stop being curious about each other. You start to feel unseen. You think you know everything about them, but you only know the person they were, not the person they are today. Okay, so we get the why. Now let's get to the how. We're going to walk through 5 actual concrete things you can start doing. And this isn't about playing games or trying to manipulate feelings. It's about small, real actions that can have a massive, massive impact. So here's our game plan. We've got 5 steps. Listen for real, add novelty, use micro connections, appreciate specifically, and the last one, which might surprise you, create space. Step 1. This is the foundation for everything else. You have to really listen. And that means phone down, no interrupting with your own story, and most importantly, resist that urge to jump in and fix their problem. Your only job is to hear them. Then try asking this specific question. What has been emotionally heavy for you lately? And then just be quiet and listen. Next up, you have to consciously add some novelty back into the mix. This is how you re-engage your brain's reward system. Repetition is the enemy of excitement. You don't need to book a huge trip. Just go to a new restaurant, take a different route on your walk, learn something new together. It signals to your brains that there's still more to discover about each other and the world. Step 3 is all about the power of tiny moments. We get so caught up in big gestures that we forget how much this stuff matters. A light touch on their arm as you walk by, holding eye contact for just a beat longer than you normally would, a real smile, not just a polite one. These are the little deposits you make into the bank of emotional safety every single day. Okay, next up, let's upgrade how you show appreciation. Saying you're great is fine. It's nice, but it's generic. It has almost no impact. But being specific, saying something like, I really appreciated how you handled that difficult call today, that proves you are paying attention. It proves you see them. And that is incredibly attractive. And our final step, number 5, might feel a little backwards, but trust me on this. Create space. Yeah, you heard that right. Sometimes too much togetherness can actually smother attraction. Having your own hobbies, your own friends, your own time, it creates just a little bit of mystery. And mystery is what fuels desire. You give each other something new to bring back to the relationship. All right, we've got the 5 tactics, but I have to be honest, none of them will really stick without one last huge mindset shift. And this brings us to the one question that can truly change everything, because this has to start with you. When things feel off, this is our default setting, isn't it? We immediately look outward. We start keeping a running tally in our heads of all the things our partner isn't doing, all the ways they're letting us down. This is the fast track to resentment. It's a dead end. But what if we just flipped that question around? What if we had the guts to look in the mirror first? Real change, real growth, it all starts the moment you ask yourself, okay, wait, what am I not doing? What have I stopped bringing to the table? That question puts the power right back in your hands. So here's the final thought. The excitement didn't just disappear into thin air. It just got buried under routine and assumptions. And to bring it back, you have to make a choice. Choose to stop blaming and start building. Choose to see your partner not as the person you met 10 years ago, but as the person they are right now. And choose to meet them all over again. And that leaves us with this one last question to really think about. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you put aside everything you think you know about your partner and just talk to them? With that same curiosity, that same genuine interest, like it was the very first time.